think of airports, you think of people traveling to and from destinations, but what about animals? And we're not talking domestic ones, we're talking wild ones.
Yeah, this morning, Haley Rush with the Fox 12 Investigators is here to give us a rare look inside a day in the life of fish and wildlife inspectors. Who knew, Haley? This is really interesting.
Who knew? I didn't till I got there, all the things that they see. But the illegal wildlife trade is a big business, estimated around $20 billion. That's why fish and wildlife inspectors work to catch wildlife smugglers every day. They're often at different ports and airports across the country looking for suspicious packages containing wild animals, dead or alive. So we went to PDX and SeaTac to follow them. Here's what they found. There's a wild side to PDX. One only Gene Tucker usually sees.
I had a shipment one time they declared as had ostrich eggs. I found leopard skin in there.
Tucker's an inspector with Fish and Wildlife.
That's my dream job.
Opening packages, often at random, in different international mailrooms at PDX.
And you dig in.
This shipment in particular held shirts from Indonesia, and lots of them. While most of us would move on, not Tucker.
This wasn't declared.
He notices the buttons on the shirts are actually made of shells.
And they have to make sure they're telling us the species. So if they're telling us it's a abalone shell and it turns out to be sea turtle shell, then you got a problem.
Then Tucker heads to another shipment.
What kind of trophies?
African and New Zealand trophies.
All right.
This one declared. And yes, legal.
So here's a zebra, this is a warthog, and a wildebeest. This is a baboon. If it's for commercial activity, they have to have an import-export license, but this is personal use. I know it's a lot.
At SeaTac, they're handling live animals. A box of geckos and bearded dragons from Thailand.
We're opening it up to make sure that all the species that were declared and on the invoice are what's inside the box.
John Goldman, supervisory wildlife inspector for the Pacific Northwest, estimates his inspectors find illegal wildlife weekly.
I would say traditional medicine is what is trafficked the most through here.
But a room near SeaTac, dedicated to some of their most bizarre finds, shows much more than medicine.
This is a walrus. This is an Asian leopard cat. This is a whale vertebrae.
Also in this room, the tusk of a narwhal, elephant ivory, and a stuffed sea turtle.
I believe now for many species, wildlife trafficking is the main cause of decline of the species, taking over for habitat destruction.
What's going on, Jeremy?
For Tucker, it's not that he wants to find anything illegal on the job.
It's a very sad thing.
But he knows every package found is one step closer to helping keep wild animals everywhere safe.
Well, I like to say it's for the critters. I love the critters.
That's really wild to see that. No pun intended,
is.
but I mean, we don't think about that, right?
No, not at all. I was so surprised at even what was legal that people bring in, just had no idea.
Are there some people who come through the airport, though, with things that they don't realize are illegal? They do it by mistake?
Yes, I'm told all the time, especially when people go on vacation, they'll buy jewelry, purses, other items that are actually made of animal products. They think it's really cool, they can bring it home.
Right.
But actually buying these products means that more of these products will be made, so it's unfortunate.
Wow, it's a really interesting
is.
look inside an area it never would have even occurred to us.
Right. And smugglers, I mean, you can land 20 years in prison. A lot of times they just talk to you if it is someone coming from vacation, didn't know, or if it can easily be declared.
But it's a serious crime. I mean, 20 years in prison is a long time.
Yes, and they told me, they wouldn't tell me how many, and they couldn't really get into it, but that they have seen these big smuggler businesses come in where they're saying it's one thing and it's something else.
Wow. Yeah,
Interesting
really
what happens behind closed doors, right? You know?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, never knew.
Thank you.
Thanks, Haley.